Kimball International announces new appointments and changes among its executive leadership. Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz is featured in our Monday with the Mayor segment. And in sports, Kurt Guxell previews the sectional opener between Jasper and Heritage Hills with Wildcat coach John Gable. These stories and more coming up in 18 WJTS News. This is WJTS News. I'm Bill Potter reporting. Jasper-based Kimball International announced today new appointments and changes among its executive leadership, reflecting on the company's ongoing commitment to long-range development of its management team and recognition of professional growth. Donald Sharon, Executive Vice President for Kimball International and President for Kimball Electronics Group, has been appointed to the company's board of directors. His appointment was effective with this election at a board meeting held Tuesday of last week. Prior to his service with Kimball, Sharon held engineering, management, and general manager responsibilities with Control Data, SCI Systems, and Rockwell International. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in 1987. He resides in Jasper with his wife and 3 children. Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Robert Schneider will expand his duties, assuming responsibilities for the strategic and operational aspects of the Kimball Hospitality Group. Schneider, who serves on the company's 7-member corporate steering committee that formulates Kimball International's strategy and establishes direction, will maintain his responsibilities for Kimball International, strategic planning, finance, audit, and treasury services. And Robert Baumholt, Vice President and General Manager of Kimball Hospitality, will now report to Schneider. Baumholt joined Kimball Hospitality in 2004 and has held various management positions, leading to his promotion to Vice President and General Manager in December of 2010. The organizational realignment supports Kimball's commitment to accelerated growth and margin improvement in the hospitality furniture market. According to a company news release, meanwhile, Kimball Hospitality recently expanded its domestic production capability to further strategically position its brand as the premier choice for customers requiring specialized design, timely delivery, and effective execution of orders in North American markets. Also, the company announced that Stan Sapp, president of Kimball Hospitality Group, will leave the company effective this Friday to pursue other interests. Deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department were kept busy with a number of traffic accidents over the weekend. On Saturday evening, 58-year-old Dennis Goodson of English was traveling along State Road 56 east of Hayesville just past 8 o'clock when he told deputies that a passing truck lost something from its load it was hauling and the unidentified object struck the front of his car. Goodson said the other vehicle did not stop and deputies so far have been unable to locate it. The incident resulted in about $1,500 in damages to Goodson's vehicle. Later Saturday night, 2 vehicles belonging to Pike County residents sustained about $1,000 in damages from an accident that took place in Ireland. Deputies with the Sheriff's Department responded to an accident at the intersection of County Road 500 West and State Road 56 just before 11:30. Deputies say that 62-year-old Ida Fraley of Petersburg was driving south on County Road 500 West behind an SUV driven by 62-year-old Kathy Poland of Otwell. Both vehicles were approaching the traffic light at State Road 56 and Poland slowed for traffic and her SUV was rear-ended by Fraley's vehicle. Fraley stated she was distracted and did not notice Poland slowing in front of her. No one was injured and no charges were filed. Then on Sunday afternoon, sheriff's deputies responded to a single vehicle traffic accident caused by a driver falling asleep at the wheel. Deputies say 17-year-old Bradley Galehausen of Jasper was driving his pickup westbound on State Road 56 near County Road 180 north between Ireland and Jasper when he fell asleep. The pickup went off the left side of the road down a large embankment, struck a sewage meter, and continued into a field before stopping. An electric meter belonging to DuBois REC and a sewage meter belonging to the Madison Township Sewer District were damaged, but the cost of the damages is unknown at this time. Deputies were assisted at the scene by employees from DuBois REC and the Jasper City Wastewater Department. Galehausen was not injured, but his vehicle incurred about $4,000 in damages. No charges were filed. An Indiana utility company is warning customers of a multi-state bill payment scam. Vectren says scammers are making unsolicited phone calls, claiming to be representatives of the Evansville-based utility company. The scammer then warns that the utility will disconnect the customer's utility service if the customer doesn't make an immediate payment. Customers are told to buy a prepaid debit card to call back to make a payment. Vectren says it doesn't accept prepaid credit or debit cards for payment and would never require a customer to purchase one to make any kind of payment. Vectren provides natural gas or electricity or both to more than 1 million customers in nearly 2/3 of Indiana and west central Ohio. An aging southwestern Indiana war memorial is receiving a multi-million-dollar facelift that park officials say few visitors will notice. The work at the George Rogers Clark National Historic Park in Vincennes involves fixing an extensive system of pipes, an electrical system, and the heating and cooling system. Much of the memorial's infrastructure has been damaged by water collecting inside its terrace. The rotunda was closed last winter because its failing heating and cooling system made it impossible to control the indoor climate and put murals adorning the walls at risk. Acting Superintendent Frank Doman said the work is expected to be completed by Memorial Weekend. The memorial honors Clark, who led forces to defeat the British at Fort Sackville in Vincennes in 1779. Indiana Superintendent of Public Instruction is happy with the progress she's made only 5 weeks into the job. Democrat Glenda Ritz says she's developed positive relationships with a few Republican lawmakers because they've been talking about education and not politics.
And so I've been able to answer questions. I've been able to allay fears. I've been able to talk about new direction to some things. And we've had some great conversations.
Ritz says she wants to have good relationships with all lawmakers. Ritz says she spoke with Indiana House Speaker Brian Bosma recently over the school voucher program and assured him that even though she doesn't support it, she will administer the program as required by law.
I took an oath to uphold the law and administer the voucher program as it's supposed to be administered, and I plan to do that. And I've assured everybody that that's what I plan to do, and that's what I will do.
Ritz says because of these discussions, she's been able to answer questions and allay fears, which has resulted in great conversations, which she hopes continues into the future. Well, stay tuned. Monday with the Mayor featuring Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz on 18 WJTS is coming up.